The WiiM ULTRA. The WiiM ULTRA. Everybody's talking about the WiiM ULTRA.
But why aren't they talking about its greatest feature?
Why am I yelling?
Hi, I'm Bob, and you, my friends, are back in the United States of Analog. Welcome. If you're new, hey, I'm glad you're here. If you think you're going to like this kind of content, hit that like button, subscribe, get notified, all that stuff. For those of you returning, I am eternally grateful.
Is it eternally or internally? I'm both.
I'm internally grateful and eternally grateful that you're here. Today we're going to talk about the WiiM ULTRA. Who isn't talking about it? It's been ballyhooed and reviewed and all that. I'm not going to take up a whole lot of your time because there are so many reviews out there on the WiiM ULTRA, but I wanted to give you my take. In fact, I think if you stick around, you're going to find out I have some hot takes on this WiiM ULTRA. And if you stick around a little longer, I'm going to tell you the greatest feature of this component that no one, and I mean no one, has mentioned so far, and I think you're going to be shocked. All right, so please do all the stuff that I said. I'm going to set this down for the time being and talk a little bit about the WiiM ULTRA, the new streamer that's out from WiiM, or WiiM, depending on what continent you're on. I'm going to say WiiM all throughout this. I hope that doesn't bother you, but it's a fun, convenient component that comes in around $330. It's a streamer, it's a preamp, it's not an amp, and it's got great software. Everybody loves the WiiM software. It's best in class, and I'm not gonna argue with that. This is the first WiiM product with a screen. There it is, Dark Side of the Moon.
Everybody loves Dark Side of the Moon.
It has the same form factor as the WiiM Amp. It comes with a remote, and on the back we have two sets of RCA sub-out, coax out, a phono stage, a ground, optical in, optical out, HDMI ARC, and a LAN connection, and there's also a USB in. And the power supply is inside of the unit, and that's kind of cool. You don't have to deal with a ginormous brick. And the software that you put right here on your talking machine is fantastic. It's always been good, constantly being upgraded, as you know. It has parametric equalizers, graphic equalizers, room correction now, tone controls, all kinds of settings to make your streaming experience the best it can possibly be. Now, with all of that, everything that I've mentioned, what could I possibly have beef about? What could be my hot take about this fantastic unit?
Here's a thought I had.
When this little unit came out a few years ago, the WiiM Mini, at around what, 70, 80 bucks? It was a minor miracle. I bought it. I bought several of them. Then I moved up to the WiiM Pro, and that was a minor miracle. And then the WiiM Amp. I skipped the WiiM Pro Plus, I think, along the way. But that's all right. I already had a lot of WiiM streamers in-house, but I got the WiiM Amp, and that also seemed like a miracle at $300.
But now,
WiiM components are getting into the multiple hundreds. Wait a minute. I've had this for a month and I forgot to take off the sticky thing. So can we judge them in the same way as they're starting to become priced more like traditional components? Yeah, at $80, the WiiM Mini is a miracle. We as reviewers and consumers now have more of a right to kind of be a little critical. You really can't criticize an $80 streamer with great software, but you can start to nitpick a component at $329 for some of its flaws. Now again, I love it. I use this thing every day in all kinds of situations. But number one, the screen is too small. And look, I have glasses, right? And from 9 feet away, I really can't tell what's going on. These are Jacque Marie Mage, by the way. Yes, very fancy. Yes, the same glasses that Jeff Goldblum wears. I know, because I looked it up. Yeah, the screen is small, and I think it lacks contrast, and there's really no setting in the software to adjust the contrast. That's one of my nitpicks. Also, I think at $329, even though you're getting all this convenience and you're getting all these features and a screen, you know, the streaming sound is a little veiled. Again, I could accept that in... What the hell is going on here? I could accept that in the WiiM Mini, right? I could accept that at $80 or so. But in a $329 component, and who knows what WiiM is going to introduce next? I think we got a new amp coming. So now we can be honest and say the streaming sound is a little less than ideal. It's great. It's great. It works. It's enjoyable. Is it as good as other streamers? Why do I feel the need to connect this to an external DAC like my J2, my Jacque Labs J2 4493 or 4499, which is what I do in an effort to increase the sound quality. This is by no means a bad component. This is by no means horrible sound. It's not. But I think those are my only beefs: the screen, slightly veiled sound, and maybe the quality of the phono preamp, but that's just a convenience added there. If you're really into playing vinyl, you're probably going to want an external phono preamp and really maximize your enjoyment. Now, for the part of the video, this short video that you've all been waiting for, I am going to reveal to you, I, Bob, of the United States of Analog, am going to reveal to you the greatest feature of the WiiM ULTRA that not one reviewer on the internet has even mentioned. A game changer to the point that I don't know why this has not been done in the past, and I don't know why every audio component that features phono input or output, turntable, preamp, whatever, I don't know why this has not been standard. And I want you to take a close look. I'm going to hold this up, but we're probably going to have to cut to the B-roll here because I'm going to take something off of this WiiM ULTRA unit. And here it is. What is that? What is that? Can you see that? I don't know. Let me
Block my face.
Can you see that? You know what that is? That is the phono ground receptor or whatever. That is the phono ground connector. Bob, I've never seen a ground connector that you can pull off. Neither have I. And that's why this is so fantastic. Because how many times have you had to reach behind a component and feel around? Sometimes you can't even see the back. Or you have to get a flashlight or use your phone to get back there and make that connection. Sometimes it's very cramped back there. This Technics 1200 turntable here off to the side, the M7L, you have to put your fingers into a kind of a cavity and try to reach back in there and connect the ground, which is usually this little spade connector, and it gets all bent up and crooked and it's a mess. Look at this. You just take it off the back. You just unscrew it slightly, put in your spade connector, tighten it up, right? And then reach back there and boom, don't put it in the RCA in, and put it into the ground input. It's that simple. Why has no one thought of that before? WiiM, did you patent that? Did you steal that from another manufacturer? Put it in the comments below if you've seen this. Put it in the comments below if you agree with me that this is the greatest feature on the WiiM ULTRA today. I think it's phenomenal. I think it's a game changer. I think it should be nominated for some kind of audio award. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. That's it. This is short. It's sweet. I wanted to give you my take, my hot take on the WiiM ULTRA. No offense to WiiM. I hope we could work together someday, but I want to work together with you right here in the United States of Analog. And you know what? You probably haven't had enough of me today. So right here is another video. You know the geniuses at YouTube? They have some kind of supercomputer and they've decided already what video you want to watch next. And I actually think it's the one about the topping monoblocks, the AV monoblocks. I'm going to put it right here, right here. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, United States of Analog supporters. We'll see you next time.